Welcome once again to another episode of the Random Access Podcast, brought to you by ripodcast.net. This is episode 870, recorded live on April 18th, 2026. And here are your hosts, the man who just did me dirty, Dave Pillay.
Hey, hey.
And the man who's now got the new Mountain Dew in front of him, Andy Lowe. Hi.
Okay, so I saw that in the store today.
Yes.
Like dirty Mountain Dew.
Yes, it is dirty Mountain Dew.
What makes it dirty? Has it been a bad soda?
Well, I'm just drinking it right now, and it smells like, I'm not going to say like an orange sickle, but like a citrus sickle, if that makes sense.
It's the cream soda one, right?
Yes. So it's Mountain Dew it's cream soda dew is what it says.
But is it like Mountain Dew with cream soda in it, or is it just cream soda?
No, this is definitely, you can taste the Mountain Dew, and it's definitely got that vanilla taste to it.
So is that what they mean by dirty? Where it's just like...
The dirty soda thing started, I think, because of the Mormons.
What?
Yes.
You're going to have to walk that one back a little bit.
No, it's because of the Mormons.
What is because of the Mormons, Andy?
Dirty sodas.
The Mormons can't drink soda, Andy.
The popularity of the dirty sodas started because of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Okay.
The show, yeah.
But if I recall, Mormonism bans caffeine.
I don't know. All I know is dirty sodas are like a Utah thing.
Okay. I'm reading through this now. The caffeine and tea and coffee, apparently it is hot drinks.
Hot drinks are bad?
It is not actually caffeine. Caffeine is not explicitly mentioned. But they cannot have hot drinks.
So no hot Dr. Pepper. You never actually saw a Blast from the Past?
No.
Oh. Yeah, the Christopher Walken character in that movie drinks his Dr. Pepper hot.
Okay.
It's a good movie. I liked it. But yeah, so the Mormons were doing the whole dirty soda thing, which normally is adding like creamer and such.
To a soda.
To a soda, yes.
Weird.
Cream, flavored syrups, other stuff.
Okay. Excuse me.
So yes, the dirty soda thing started out there and I guess kept spreading, and Mountain Dew decided to jump on the bandwagon with dirty Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Which, mind you, I like vanilla Coke. And, you know, the Dr. Pepper with cream soda in it was good. But those are colas and not, you know, citrus sodas like Mountain Dew is. So yes, this is, it's sort of like a Mountain Dew sickle, right? Because Mountain Dew's got that citrus flavor. It's kind of a generic citrus flavor, so I can't pin it down.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if Mountain Dew was an orange soda, it would be an orange sickle type flavor.
But it's not. It's Mountain Dew.
It's Mountain Dew, yes. So
okay, does it taste good?
It's not bad.
If I don't like Mountain Dew...
If you don't like Mountain Dew, it still has a bit of the Mountain Dew taste.
Okay, but I do like cream soda.
Well, you will have a love-hate relationship with this beverage.
Okay, so just don't drink it.
Yeah, no, you don't have to.
That works for me.
Yeah. Dirty Mountain Dew. All right. Yeah, I guess even Coffee Mate has come out with a Dr. Pepper dirty soda creamer.
Why?
Because everybody's trying to get on the TikTok trend.
I guess.
I don't know.
Okay, then.
So,
hi, Andy.
Yes, that was the random number I asked you to give me before.
No, I understood that.
Yeah.
If you start the podcast, or in this case, just before the podcast, with give me a number, like there's really one thing that's gonna be for.
Yeah. I just realized, though, that we've only got like 6 weeks left before our hiatus.
Yeah.
And I've got, I think, 7 beverages in the refrigerator.
So you're going to have at least one of them not on the podcast.
Not on the podcast. Yes, that is correct. I think it might be there's a mango hard cider. It might just because you don't like mango. Granted, why does it matter if you like the beverage or not? You're not actually drinking it.
It's your beverage.
Yeah.
If it mattered whether I liked it, then why? Like, why are you drinking Mountain Dew?
Yeah. Anyway. Yes. Hello.
Hi, Andy.
How was your weather this last week?
It was kind of crazy.
Yes. So was ours.
We had 2 separate days of like thunderstorm, severe thunderstorm, plus tornadoes. We did not get hit with any tornadoes, thankfully. The east side of the city did not fare quite as well. I have friends who their cars and houses have been significantly damaged by hail, like big old chunks of hail, like golf ball to tennis ball sized hail.
That's crazy.
Kinda nuts. How
Hold
about
on.
you?
Well, I am looking up the storm chasers here. They posted a map. There have been now 14 tornadoes in Michigan so far this year.
Uh-huh.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them have been in the southwest Michigan area.
Oh my god. Are you doing okay, Andy?
Oh, sorry. No, 6 and 7. There's actually been 7 in my coverage area for work. Yeah, there's been 7 of them in my coverage area for work. So it's been crazy. There's been flooding up in northern Michigan, which, I don't personally have to deal with, but, resources of ours are getting diverted up north. It's just been crazy. It was 80. It was 80 degrees yesterday, right?
Okay.
I am currently getting a freeze advisory tonight.
It is, it was in the 40s, mid 40s here today. And it was in the high 70s yesterday.
Yeah, no, it had hit 80 yesterday. And yeah, freeze advisory tonight. This is just nuts. Ugh. I'm sitting there going like, we had the AC running and now I need the heat running. I'm getting cold sitting here, drinking my cold beverage.
I have a blanket over me as we record this.
Yeah, I gotta put on my Mr. Rogers fleece sweater thing here. I've got one on my work chair downstairs and I've got one on the computer chair up here. I've just got sweaters everywhere, it seems now.
Well, it's cold.
Yeah.
Except it's not. Like, it's April.
Yes.
Like, this is what April weather should be.
Yes. It was just we got so used to the nice weather.
Yep. Yeah, weather has been absolutely crazy. Work has been absolutely crazy. How about with you?
Work, I think we're good on work, but yeah, I've got to do some more installs and that sort of stuff. I also... I was working on a vehicle and I accidentally kept the car keys in my pocket and then came home.
Oh, no.
It's one of those things where I was putting on my my work jacket to walk the kids over to school the next day, and I reach into my pocket to put my house key in there, and I feel another set of keys, and I'm like, oh, did I forget to put my work truck keys back on the hook? And I look up and my work truck keys are on the hook, and I'm just like, well, wait, what keys are in my pocket? And I pull out the patrol vehicle keys, and I'm just like, oh, they'll probably need those back.
Yeah. So did you take them back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I drove, but that was a bit of a oopsies.
Yeah. But at least it was for like something nearby, right?
Yes.
Not a like, oh yeah, I drove 4 hours to the other side of the state and also forgot the keys.
No, at that point, I feel like it would be cheaper for me to just overnight FedEx the keys.
Than for you to drive.
Because then, yeah, mileage and hours,
Yep.
cost for a small package. I feel like, it would be cheaper to FedEx than it would be for me to drive them back. It reminds me of, did I ever tell you that story about one of the episodes of Top Gear?
Maybe. You've told me the stories of a lot of episodes of Top Gear over the years.
There was one where Jeremy was driving, I think it was like a Land Rover or some 4x4, like up a mountain. He started on the beach and he like literally drove from sea level up to the top of this mountain and then parked it at the top of the mountain. And then at the end of the episode, he gets in a helicopter and flies away. He still had the car keys in his pocket.
Yeah.
So he had already like left in a helicopter and the vehicle was on top of the mountain without the keys. So they couldn't drive it down. So they actually like had to rent the helicopter again for him to take it back.
To take the keys to the top of the mountain.
Yeah. He basically, they flew the helicopter back up to the top of the mountain. He reached out and basically just like dropped the keys so that some poor PA could drive this thing down off the mountain. That was going through my head.
I want to just ride in the helicopter. Why am I taking the car down the mountain? I often have something in my hands while we are recording.
Okay.
Right? Like a toy or something to fidget with, or like my earbuds. I'll have these in my hand and I'll be playing with them. Right now, I have a resistor in my hands with a very thin lead. And so like it's really easy to deform the leads and change them. And right now I'm trying to work them out to be as flat as possible. And you used to do electrical work.
Yes.
Gold, red, black, brown.
You're trying to ask me resistor codes right now?
Yep. It might be backwards, though. I think it's actually brown, black, red, gold. Because I think gold is always at the end. It's either gold or silver.
Well, the last one gives you the percentage.
Okay.
I remember that well, hold on. Now I'm just pulling up an actual list here.
Yeah. But I think that one is always gold or silver. I was just checking to see if you remembered.
Yeah, temperature. Yeah, the last one there. Gold is 5%. Silver is 10% for your tolerance.
Yeah.
I remembered that part.
Good job.
All right, so what would you get? 4 colors or 5 or 6?
4 colors.
4 colors, all right.
Brown, black, red, gold.
Red is your multiplier. Tolerance is gold, so yeah, 5%. You got a 1 kilo ohm resistor.
Woo!
With a tolerance of plus or minus 5%.
Okay. Fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the last time I actually did anything with an actual resistor, and I can't remember.
College. I have in fact, an entire box of resistors here because I was working on an electrical project.
I think the last time I was looking at resistors was looking at putting a resistor in line with some of the kids' toys, basically just to dampen the speaker.
Yeah.
But I just never got around to it. I think I was like, I could do something, or I could just clip the speaker and then it makes no noise. And I think everybody wins with that.
I mean, the kids don't.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm thinking of A Quiet Place, and now I'm sad.
That's the movie, right?
Yeah.
I have not seen that movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie, but the opening is a little sad.
Ah, all right.
It involves the death of a child.
Ooh, that's always sad.
But like almost kind of a fairy tale, like you need to listen to your parents. Yeah. It's a weird movie. Anyway, weather. We talked about the weather.
Yes.
We talked about work.
Yes.
Do we want to hit it's a very short, I understand, like banter section given our more recent episodes.
Well, I'm just trying to remember what went on.
My week has been work. Like I am so ridiculous right now. I fell asleep before this episode for like an hour.
Well,
I was out. I did have a child's 7-year-old's birthday party today. That was exciting.
Was it at
My
somebody's
godkid
house?
had their birthday party.
Or was it at some place or at somebody's house?
It was at their house.
Oh, okay.
It was a cat-themed birthday party.
Mm.
I don't know why it was cat-themed. They don't have a cat. They had one, but the cat passed away like a year ago. This child has not shown any specific interest in cats, but just, yep, cat-themed birthday party. Okay, cool. Showed up in cat ears. Laura had cat ears and a tail. The difference, however, so this is our god kid, so like we saw their previous birthdays as well. The difference between the 6-year-old party and the 7-year-old party is insane. The kids were so much more self-directed that, like, we just kind of hung out in one of the other rooms and just let the kids be kids.
Yep, that was kind of, let's see, last year Isaac did his party at Jungle Joe's. Was it 2 years ago where he just had it at the house? And yeah, all the parents were just hanging out outside and the kids were inside. And I'm just like, just let them do whatever. I'll clean it up later.
Yep, that was kind of how we did it.
We did, though, go see the Super Mario movie today.
Ooh, what did you think of the Super Mario movie?
It felt like it was a bunch of vignettes all about, hey, remember this from Mario? And remember this from Nintendo?
Yep.
That's what it felt. The kids liked it. I mean, we went to a Saturday matinee, so there were other kids in there too, and all the kids in the theater seemed to enjoy it. A lot of them were very vocal about that, which I'm just like, all right, whatever. As I watch my kid kind of do a dance in the aisle in front of us, I'm like, all right.
When we went to see it, the people next to us had like a 2-year-old with them. And I'm like, this is maybe not the right movie for a 2-year-old.
Yeah, a 2-year-old? What?
Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to shame the parents for trying to like enjoy a movie while having a child. Like, that's fine. I get it. But maybe not this movie. This might not be the right movie for that.
You know what we did? We had the kids at daycare, and we just had a lunch date at the movie theater.
Movies.
Yeah,
there you go. But like, okay, so I guess spoiler warning for people who haven't seen the new Super Mario movie, even though it's on the fucking posters. Star Fox?
Yeah, no,
come on, that was great.
In my head, I'm sitting there thinking Super Mario Brothers 3 movie, Smash Bros.
Basically, like they're moving towards the Smash Bros. Universe. I'm
like, for goodness sakes, the first movie, the Donkey Kong Mario fight, felt like that would have been on a Smash Bros. Donkey Kong level.
Absolutely. I mean, he even, like, if I recall, they put in some of the Donkey Kong Smash Brother moves.
Having not played as Donkey Kong at Smash Bros., I granted, most of the time in Smash Bros., I was just trying not to die.
Because the people we were playing with had a lot more experience than we did.
Yes, I mean, for goodness sakes, Mike Impalazzeri. Was Impalazzeri the one who bought my Wii? I think it was. I think it was Mike who bought my Wii just because he needed it for Smash Bros. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Yeah. It was kind of like that, and then it was that wrestling game on the N64. It was just like, those games are the ones that it's just like, I just tried not to die because everybody else around me knew what they were doing.
The wrestling game on the 64.
Yeah, it was... What was that? N64 wrestling games. What was it called? I think it was like Was it WCW versus NWO World Tour or something like that?
I do not know.
There was one time where it was like you would have like a battle royale thing where you would basically just get everybody and you would have to throw them out of the ring. And as soon as you did that, somebody else would show up. And so it was basically just trying to see who would be the last person standing. I was just there as a fodder character. Every once in a while, I would throw somebody out, but most of the time I was just there to just churn through the roster. I think it was WCW versus NWO.
Not a game that I played.
Maybe it was with Brian. We'll have to ask him. Not at, midnight, but
yeah. I feel like if it was a game that he had, I would have played it more. I do not recall playing this at all.
I don't know. I'll ask him later.
Okay. In any case, the movie.
Yes. So yeah, that was our thing today, was watching the movie.
It was a good movie, right?
Oh, the kids loved it, and that's the audience. But then also, Isaac.
It?
I thought it had some good bits. It had some nostalgia.
Yeah.
Where I'm sitting there going like, I remember that. You hear those themes in your head. I'm just like, yep.
The Star Fox music was just so good. The like map scene when they were taking care of issues in the kingdom.
Yes. I saw that. I'm like,
amazing.
Super Mario World.
I thought that was amazing. That was brilliant.
But yeah, so now there's like Isaac's on a Mario and other sort of kick. So
he does know the games are hard, right?
Yes. Because last time we were playing Super Mario Galaxy, it took a bit, but he worked his way through it.
Okay.
So he's got that, but now I'm sitting there going like, man, now I want to try and get through all the Mario games, which, fun fact, I think it was last week I was going through the crawl space and I forgot that I actually have the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo in the basement.
Okay.
With all the cartridges. The original Nintendo. And my brother's Super Nintendo that he gave me for Christmas one year.
And the cartridges.
Yes. Those are key. I have the physical hardware and the cartridges in my personal possession.
Not bad.
So I am legal.
Okay.
Right? Because you're allowed to do the emulators and ROMs as long as you personally own the hardware, right?
I mean, there's some gray area in there, but sure, you're allowed to back up your purchased software. There's some gray area.
Okay. Well, I technically have the hardware, so I could, in theory, if I really wanted to, do that, or I could take the shortcut of somebody else did it for me.
Yeah.
But anyway, I need to want to start getting the NES emulators and that up so I can get it.
But you have an NES.
I know. And it has an RCA output.
And you don't have an RCA compatible TV.
Actually.
Uh-huh.
I'd have to look, because let's see, we got 3 HDMI inputs. We've got the VGA input, but that is for the Xbox 360. We got the YPBPR input. That's for the Wii. I don't know if it might have an AV input. If it does, then yes, I could actually put the NES in there. I don't know how well that NES is going to work, having been sitting in my crawl space for umpteen years.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a 40-year-old system.
Yes.
And even if the NES works, do the cartridges?
I don't know. I mean, I definitely don't think the battery for the Legends of Zelda cartridge will still have the ability to save, because that battery's probably shot.
Yep. You'd have to open the cartridge.
Yep.
Change the battery.
Yep.
Which, good luck.
Yep. That was the one thing because I was watching some Pokemon Yellow speed runs. Mm-hmm. Glitchless speed runs, mind you, just so I could get a better idea of what I need to do.
Yeah.
And I guess part of the thing they were talking about was some of the people had saves on their Game Boy games that just went poof because the battery inside the Game Boy cartridge died. So their saves for their Gen 1 games were no longer existing.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, that sucks.
Those poor Pokemon.
Yep.
They no longer exist.
Nope. So yes, should we actually hit the...
Yeah, we can talk about topics. Which ones would you like to start with? We've been talking a lot about games. There's a couple things up here about Roblox.
Yes.
How has Isaac Isaac has mostly avoided Roblox? Or
No,
is he,
he's doing the Roblox, but I definitely have not given him any Robux or anything like that. So all the stuff that he's been doing has been just free to play sort of stuff.
Nice.
Which some of them are good. Some of the games on Roblox, you're like, what the heck is this? And then, of course, then they announced that they're releasing an AI tool to help build games. I'm just like, oh, great, even more AI slop on the platform.
And more like opportunity to separate children from their parents' money.
Yes.
So they're adding so I could go in and make a Roblox game because it's just AI now.
Yes, except you have to have a monthly subscription service in order to publish games on the platform. That's the other thing. That's one of the other topics on there is the fact that they're now this Roblox Plus that you have to subscribe to in order to actually become a Roblox creator. So
with a monthly subscription.
Yep. And somebody did the math because you get certain things back for being a Roblox Plus subscriber. And it looks like you have to spend, for the first couple of months, you would have to spend $50 per month on Roblox in order to make back your subscription cost. And after 3 months, then it's only $25 on Roblox to make back your subscription cost. I'm just like, yeah, nope, that's not going to be us.
No, that's going to be a very small percentage of people, which is what they want. Oh, excuse me, because then more people are spending money on them.
Mm-hmm. And how many people are going to sign up for a Roblox subscription and then forget about it?
Yep.
Which would be good for Roblox because it looks like they just had a settlement with the state of Nevada
about. Tell me it's about gambling. Tell me it's about gambling.
What was the exact thing here? It says the settlement will create a safer environment for our children online. Okay, sure. What was the prosecutors filed lawsuits against companies? No, that's not against Roblox. Really, your article does not tell me what the actual lawsuit was, just what they are doing to avoid going to court.
They announced a $12 million settlement with Nevada.
Yes.
Something about youth protection.
Yes. They will give $10 million over 3 years to support programs like the Boys and Girls Club and other non-digital activities. It will also fund a law enforcement liaison position to respond to safety concerns about the platform and fund an online safety awareness campaign.
Okay. Those are good things.
Yes.
More or less.
But this is just one lawsuit. They've got, if I remember correctly, like over 100 lawsuits still pending against Roblox in various shapes or forms.
Jesus Christ. Have they done an IPO yet?
That one, I don't know.
Yes. Roblox went public through direct listing on the New York Stock Exchange back in 2021.
RBLX.
Their stock is in an interesting spot if you look at the last year.
Yes, they are basically where they started a year ago.
Yeah. What the heck happened? In the middle of that was something that basically at 3 times their current price. So something happened. Sure, I don't have any. That is an insane rise and fall.
Over a year.
Over the last year.
Tripled your stock price and then dropped all the way back down again.
What happened?
Something right around Halloween. As soon as Halloween hit, there was a big drop. It just never recovered since then.
Well, that's kind of sad. I sold Roblox. So I bought it in 2022.
Yes.
I sold it in early April of last year.
Well, yay, I guess. At least you're not in now.
But Andy, look at when that jump happened.
Oh, you're right.
I sold it in early April of last year.
Okay, that wouldn't. Oh, sorry.
If I had held on and sold it in like September,
then yes,
it would have been a lot more. But in any case, anyway, we got some Roblox stuff. What we have Project Helix stuff,
which they said that this was, the big announcement that was on here was that Microsoft's hardware and software divisions are working together on Project Helix. And I'm like, well, no shit.
Really?
Same thing that Sony does. Same thing that Nintendo does. It's like, this is,
Your console guys and your OS guys are going to work together?
Yes, this is where Xbox really shines and where we stand apart and what shows off what's unique about us. I'm like, really? This is unique? Is it?
Do the Xbox, do the PlayStation operating system guys just not talk to the hardware guys? Is it just like hardware does its thing and then hands it off?
And the video game developers just have to go, well, I don't know why they did it like this, but okay. No, this is not new and groundbreaking.
That's making a console.
Yes.
It
was ridiculous though, because this was hit on by multiple news sources, and I'm like, this is not an announcement.
Unless we're missing something?
I tried. I read multiple articles looking at this one topic from multiple people, and they all basically said the same thing. And I'm like, well, that's great. That's not really a news thing. It's like, are you that desperate for any news out of Microsoft that you posted this? And I'm just like, it was, it's a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah, that seems a little odd.
Mm-hmm.
But also, there still haven't really been there hasn't been a lot of information about what Helix is even going to be.
Yes, because they're like, it's a console, it's a PC, it's a hybrid. It's like, okay. Yeah, how many PlayStations were used to create a supercomputer? Consoles and PCs are basically the same thing. It's just consoles are very specific PCs.
Yeah.
The other surprising thing, though, is the fact that Amazon Luna is now ending support for game purchases and subscriptions from third-party stores. So
you have to buy it through their store.
Yes, but Luna will no longer allow users to purchase games from third-party game stores like EA, Ubisoft, and Good Old Games.
Okay.
The service is also discontinuing its sale of Ubisoft Plus and Jackbox game subscriptions. Previously purchased third-party games will be streamable from Luna for Luna users until June 10th, at which point they will be removed from the service. You will still be able to access those games on their respective stores, but...
So Luna is committing seppuku.
That's what it seems.
I wonder if they just had a huge problem of fake licenses.
But here's the kicker. Many of these games will be able to stream for subscribers of Luna Premium. So if you pay extra, then hey, you get your access to your games back. If you don't pay extra, then your games will go away and you will not get a refund and you will like it. Thank you very much.
This just seems really bad.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, why are they doing this? Granted, this was also part of the major layoffs that Amazon did back in October. So, yeah.
Was there Luna division?
Yes.
Of course it was.
Oh, the removal of third-party games from Luna was informed by clear feedback from players who want easy access to great games, more social experiences, and a steady flow of new content from developers you know and love. But
what?
Yeah, that's the exact opposite.
Not, I want to be able to play my games. I'm so confused, guys. I'm so confused. Why do you think that this is what players want? This seems like the opposite of what players want.
Yeah. Just curious, what's the Luna Premium subscription cost? Are you going to tell me, or just going to show me everything that I can get without telling me how much the cost is?
Probably that.
Yeah, I'm looking on the Luna site here, and it's like, okay, subscriptions? Is it this button here? Oh, Luna Premium is $10 a month. Yeah, no, I'm okay.
Mm-hmm. Could be worse.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Amazon.
Yeah.
There was a lawsuit with the state of California about antitrust, and a bunch of the previously redacted records in that case have been cleared, and a lot of the claims in there state that Amazon has used automated tools to track how vendors on their platform price their goods on other e-commerce sites to make sure that those other sites do not have prices below the Amazon price.
So Amazon is spying on its customers' other stores.
Yes. In one previously redacted deposition, an owner of a clothing company called Leverett testified that he received an email in October of 2022 from Amazon notifying him that one of his products was no longer eligible to be a featured offer through Amazon's buy box. The item, which was a tiger-themed toddler's pajama set, was suppressed because his company was selling it for $19.99 on Amazon, which was more expensive than what his company was offering it for on Walmart. How much more expensive? 1 penny.
Hey man, rules are rules.
Yeah, so his company changed the pricing on Walmart to match or exceed Amazon's price, and then all of a sudden,
everything was good.
Yes. So Amazon was using its massive influence to,
So anti-competitive.
Yes. Somebody else said that when his products lost the Amazon's buy box because of lower prices elsewhere on the internet, his sales on Amazon would plummet about 80%.
That's a lot.
Yes.
80%?
Yes. He discovered one of his company's better-selling products had become suppressed on Amazon. He wasn't sure why until someone at Amazon suggested that he looked at Wayfair, who happened to be selling it below Amazon's price.
So Amazon lost, right? Right, Andy?
Well,
please tell me Amazon's going to lose this.
The trial that this is going for is currently scheduled to begin on January 19th, 2027.
Okay. So I guess it just depends on how much Bezos gives to the Trump campaign.
Well, no, this is state of California.
Okay. Well, then there's actually a shot.
Yes, this is a state lawsuit, so the feds can go somewhere else. And yes, this was evidence in the lawsuit that used to be redacted, but now has been unsealed.
That's more reassuring.
Yes.
Speaking of lawsuits, I hear Ticketmaster's Part 1 got a ruling.
Yes. It used to be the U.S. versus Ticketmaster, but then Trump's DOJ said, nope, we're just going to settle. We're going to settle, I think, for like $10 million or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
So the 33 states basically said, no, we're going to continue this. We're going to continue this fight. Oh, and the District of Columbia. 33 states and the District of Columbia, DC. Yes, decided to continue litigation. The actual DOJ and Arkansas, Iowa, Mississippi, Nebraska, Oklahoma, and South Dakota. I wonder what's all similar about those 6 states. Decided to settle. But the other 33 and District of Columbia decided to continue. And the judge ruled, actually, no, the jury. The jury ruled
this was a jury, not a judge.
Nope. Yeah, this was a federal jury ruled that Ticketmaster is an illegal monopoly that overcharged fans for tickets.
Yeah. So that's, duh.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely.
I mean, anybody who's ever bought a ticket for any sort of large venue has been like, oh, Ticketmaster? Yeah, no.
Yep, but it's more than just that it's a monopoly. It's a monopoly that has been unfairly using its power as a monopoly.
God, that sounds so familiar. What did we be just talking about?
There's a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
But yes. But like, this is big. This is not just a potential slap on the wrist. This is a potential, we're going to break up your company. Unlawfully requires artists who use amphitheaters it owns to also use its event promotion services.
So yes, once again, if the DOJ is not working, the states just basically
took over.
Yep. Let's see, other weird things from the FCC or from the government.
Yeah.
So the FCC announced that, it would no longer approve consumer-grade routers made at least partially outside the United States, right?
As a security risk, right?
Yes. Well, the FCC announced yesterday an exemption for Netgear's Nighthawk and Orbi routers, but
because
they did not say.
They haven't said.
No, they literally did not say. They just said that we are pleased to share that Netgear is the first retail consumer router company to receive conditional approval from the FCC as a trusted consumer router company.
Being that we are giving inspections, or that they are just like promising really hard?
Nope. An entirely opaque process.
I hate that.
The FCC just on their own will decide which ones are exempted from the ban on consumer grade routers.
So it's whichever ones pay.
The exemption lasts until October 1st, 2027, and then will have to be renewed.
So it's whichever ones pay. They're turning the American economy into a pay-to-play.
Yes.
Ah!
It's one of those things where it's like, okay, so they put a ban on consumer-grade routers, but nothing about enterprise level, which I feel like if I was trying to hack something, why am I trying to...
what you're going for.
I'm not going to go for the ones and twos of the consumer grade stuff. I want to go for the serious backbone hardware.
It depends what you're going for. And also, like, the attack vectors are very different.
True.
How many people don't upgrade the firmware in their router?
Oh...
90%? 98%? I'd be comfortable saying 95 to 98% of, yeah, I'll even go 98% of consumer routers never get updated.
I do have to say, I've got this Eero router from Metronet now, T-Mobile fiber. No, wait, still Metronet. I haven't been switched over yet, but Metronet soon to be T-Mobile fiber. And this box defaulted to automatic updates.
That's good.
Yes. I actually had to change the time for the automatic updates because it would do it at 2 a.m. The problem is I use the internet for Isaac's, basically his baby monitor, the camera we've got for his room for monitoring him at night in case he needs something. And so when the router would reboot at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'd lose the connection, and the way order of things rebooting and stuff, I would just lose the connection and be like, oh, wake up in the morning and go, oops. So now I have it rebooting at noon when normally nobody is here.
Yeah, everyone's out.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that was the other thing that happened. We lost power.
Oh, no.
For like a couple hours during this week. That was fun. Luckily, I didn't have anything pressing to do for work, so I kind of just stayed home because the school didn't have power. Because we're basically on the same lines as the school. So 99% of the time, if our house doesn't have power, the school also doesn't have power. So they had notified us that the school wasn't out of power and that there might be updates, be prepared to pick up your kid. And they didn't have after school care, definitely. So I had to go pick them up anyway at 3. But yeah, it's like, okay, I'm working from home, but my home doesn't have power. Luckily, the state of Michigan gives me a truck with an inverter and a cellular modem. So I just sat in my truck doing my work, and then the power came back on at 2:50, something like that, but I didn't know because I was in my truck working. So everything in the truck was connected there. Everything in the house was off. But yeah, that was interesting, losing power again.
We had a fridge, speaking of losing power, in the garage. Our old refrigerator, right? We never got rid of it. We just moved it to the garage.
It became a garage fridge. Yeah, that's very Midwestern of you.
Right. But we also recently have had a lot of work being done on the house, which included a lot of electrical work. And they didn't think to check that fridge or take care of that fridge. And so the power for that fridge had been cycled a number of times, and I did not notice.
Uh-oh.
And I noticed the other day that the power on the fridge was out because the ground fault circuit had been tripped, and so it's on that circuit. And so I'm like, oh, well, I should open it up and check. And okay, the top, things in here not smelling great, so it's probably everything's probably ruined. Let me open the bottom. I can't open the bottom. Why can't I open the bottom? Can't open the bottom. Still can't open the bottom. Bottom is locked shut, but there's no lock. The bottom had melted.
Oh no.
All of the water inside had melted, pooled at the bottom, and refrozen. The door was frozen shut.
Oof.
It took 3 days for it to thaw to the point where I could force it open.
Oh, boy.
Meanwhile, it's full of food that is rotting.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, it was really gross. It was really gross.
Oh, that's a no bueno.
Yeah. Space? Space. There's some space news.
Yes. China is going to be hopefully testing the Long March 10B rocket, which this one has a reusable first stage.
Ooh. Reusable in the, we're going to land it SpaceX does?
They're going to be recovered using a ship equipped with a net.
Okay.
And catching hooks attached to the stage. So they're going to try and literally catch it in a net.
So they're just going to fish it out of the water.
No, I don't think they're going to fish it out of the water. I think they're going to try and, because they did a soft landing on the water.
Yeah.
So they can aim it. So I think it's going to basically like a barge with basically just a big net cage sort of thing. And they're just basically going to land it in there.
Okay. Because I see them landing it near that thing.
Yes.
But they haven't tried landing it in that thing yet.
No. So that's going to be the next thing. So yes, China is also trying the reusable first stage. Speaking of reusable first stage, New Glen's third launch should actually be in about 6 hours from now.
Okay.
It's the third New Glenn launch, but they're actually going to be reusing the first stage that landed back in when did the Block 2 land? Oh, it doesn't say here in the art. It's probably somewhere in there. But this was that first stage that they really needed to land because they needed it for the third flight. Well, today is going to be that third flight in literally 6 hours. So Blue Origin getting their reusable on as well.
Good. That's the direction we need to be going in.
Yep. And SpaceX, speaking of large rockets, the version 3 of the Starship did its static fire test.
Yay.
So they did that one, and then the next day they did a static fire of all 33 of the brand new Raptor engines of the version, is it version 3 of the first stage?
3, yeah, or V3. Block 20 something, but V3.
Well, no, V3 is for the Starship, which is the upper stage. I don't remember if this is V2 on the first stage, the booster. I don't remember if that's V2 or if that's V3. The booster
is now on V3.
Okay. Anyway, this is the one that has the brand new Raptor engines that look super sleek compared to the old engines.
Yeah. They did a test a couple weeks ago of just 3 of them or 10 of them, and now they did 10. Tested the full 30 something, yes. 33 of them.
Yes, this one they did the full 33 static fire. So the V3 version is basically it's got all the check boxes for launch sometime in May.
That'll be impressive.
Yes. It's not going to be a full orbital test. It's going to follow the same flight plan as the V2. Because as we saw with the V2, there were some kinks at the beginning of V2.
Yep. Just a few.
Yep.
Just a few. Also, I'm kind of surprised that they would use the version moniker on a rocket like that and not just like skip V2.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that should just be a tradition. Like if you're versioning your rockets, that's fine. You can call it version 1, V1, but then you immediately jump to version 3.
Yes. Yeah. What was it? It was Sniper Elite. Sniper Elite actually for the Sniper Elite 2, they actually called it Sniper Elite V2 because you were actually in the game going in as a sniper to basically take down the V2 rocket project. Which for that one I was like, okay, I'll give you that one. Which, if I remember correctly, the final stage has you like firing a bullet for like the shutdown emergency button on the rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something crazy like that. God, the Sniper Elite games, I've been following, not Rockstar, Rocksteady, I think were the ones who did the Sniper Elite games. Some of these later games were just completely crazy. Okay. Space Force is, last bit of our space news, Space Force is, unofficially going to look at going with somebody that's not ULA for future launches.
Ooh.
Because the ULA Vulcan was debuted in January of 2024 and has flown 4 times. And on 2 of those 4 flights, the Vulcan rocket has suffered anomalies with one of its rocket boosters.
Oops.
There is currently a backlog of nearly 70 launches for ULA that they have contracts for.
That's a lot.
Yes. So every time I talk about how, ULA and SpaceX have swapped flights, a lot of the Space Force is kind of getting just unofficially
put onto SpaceX.
Yes. Be like, ULA, you need to get your crap together.
ULA needs to can put some shit together, guys. Wasn't ULA the one that bitched and moaned about SpaceX getting the contracts it was getting though?
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, SpaceX is launching rocket after rocket, and ULA is just our shit's broken.
They began development of the Vulcan rocket in 2014. They finally did its maiden flight in January of 2024, and they've only done 4 launches total. Half of them have had problems. Yeah.
This is awful.
Well, Boeing and Lockheed Martin.
Yep. All right, what else we got?
Last little thing here is the fact that, in case you didn't know, Disney was having some IMAX issues with Avengers Doomsday. Because
that's not out yet.
No.
How are they having IMAX issues if it's not out yet?
Well, because the Avengers Doomsday is supposed to come out in December of 2026.
Uh-huh.
There is currently... Yeah, is it 2026? Yep, December 18th. There is currently a... IMAX exclusive with Dune 3 at the time.
So theaters have already signed IMAX exclusives with Dune 3.
Yes.
So they won't be able to play Avengers Doomsday because they can only play Dune 3 on the IMAX.
Yes.
And Disney is throwing a small fit.
Well, the IMAX screens were locked down for a 3-week exclusive window with Dune Part 3. Which Avengers Doomsday is supposed to come out during that same time. So rather than, move the release of Avengers Doomsday so you could get the IMAX screens, Disney said, that's fine, we'll just make our own. So
make our own IMAX?
Yes, at CinemaCon, which is where all the movie studios bring all the theater people together and kind of just give them an idea of what's coming to theaters over the next year. They announced that they are starting up Infinity Vision, which is Disney's certification process for large screen theaters.
Okay.
So this is not a new projector technology or anything else like that. They just are going to a large premium large format certification.
But like, so existing theaters.
Yes.
That they are just going to mark as
Infinity Vision.
Infinity Vision.
Yes.
But they aren't actually any different or special or anything. It's just, we're just going to call it Infinity Vision.
To qualify,
like a better projector.
To qualify, auditoriums will need a screen width of at least 50 feet. A laser projector and Dolby 7.1.
That's not a great, like, that's a good theater, but that's not like Dolby Atmos IMAX size, even the faux IMAX.
Yes, it's basically anything that's a faux IMAX theater could now basically be, claimed as a
Disney Infinity Vision.
Yes, Disney Infinity Vision.
But like that doesn't change the fact that those theaters have signed contracts that say, unless they're going to say that it's no longer IMAX.
Yeah, well, I mean, if Disney is coming out and saying, okay, we're not going to do IMAX movies anymore. If we're doing anything that's a premium large format, it's going to be Infinity Vision. Are we going to have like theaters that will only run Disney movies and not IMAX movies?
But like filmmakers are still going to want to use IMAX. It's the best camera. It's the biggest film.
I don't know. Everybody's like, really?
Is just Disney being like dumb.
Disney realizing that they want a piece of the premium large format and that IMAX wasn't playing ball with them. And they said, fine, we'll just make our own with blackjack and hookers.
Except not because it's Disney.
Yes, except, it's not because it's Disney. So we'll make it with Mickey Mouse and I'm trying to think of a Disney game.
Kingdom Hearts.
So yes, if you see something coming out, because they said they're going to start it in September with a special re-release of Avengers Endgame, and there will be never before seen footage integrated into the film, which, sure, whatever. Nobody
Disney, you kind of messed up and lost out.
Yeah.
I think you might have waited too long and you put out too much crap.
Yep.
Sorry.
All right, so I think that's basically everything we have on our list here. So let's hit the randoms because it's almost one.
Okay. I believe it is my random review.
Yes, it is your review.
I will review a tool that I have used multiple times in the last couple months. And by multiple times, I mean like extensively used, have paid a subscription for, and feel comfortable with the current state to give a review of the current state, which is I've done some vibe coding with Claude Code. So I will review Claude Code.
Okay, so what?
What is Claude Code?
Yes,
because it's a good question.
I could open up Gemini and I can ask Gemini questions.
Yeah.
And I can, but like...
Well, so first off, the first thing to know is that Claude in general is way more programmer focused than most of the other LLMs. Like that's just what they use to train it with, the way they did the training. It is generally regarded as a better programmer. So Claude Code is really just an overlay to Claude that has some additional system prompts and an interface that is more geared towards programming. And it's really friggin' effective. I have vibe coded effectively 2 entire applications with it. The most recent one is the Dead Man Switch reminder button that we were talking about.
Okay.
And like hooked it up on the server that I had also hooked up by talking to Claude to be like, walk me through setting up a server to do this. And then I installed Claude Code on the server and I'm like, I want this. And it's like, okay, hang on. And it worked for like 20 minutes and it came up with, here's my design. Is there anything you want to change? And I'm like, that looks mostly good, but let's do this. It's like, okay. And then it came back like 5 minutes later. It says, all right, I'm all set. Do you want me to start? And I'm like, yeah. And it's like, okay. And then it wrote the whole thing. Like, just wrote the whole thing. Now, like, I am a developer. I write code for a living. This was really nice to be able to just like have it run while I was off doing other things, and poof, there's an application. Now, did it get it right the first time? No, of course not. But it got close enough, and then it got closer and closer and better, and now I have effectively a working application. I have hit my usage limits multiple times, so that's not great because it has like I have a subscription, but within that subscription it's still for like X amount of token use.
Okay.
So I had to like every so often I get to that point and it's like, hey, you're out of content, like you're out of usage. Do you want to just wait until the time and then we'll continue on? So that's a thing. That does happen. I don't like it when it does, but it does happen. I'm not about to pay $200 a month to get rid of that.
Is there any reason that I would want to use Claude code?
Yes. If you had a project that you wanted to program. If you had a, like, I want to make this app for myself. Like, I don't really care about it being enterprise level. I don't care about other people using it or logging into it. I just need like a thing for me. This is great. This is a drop $20, get it installed, get it set up, and then use it for the month and then stop.
So this would be like if I wanted to redo my running app.
Yeah.
Where it's like I have a basic idea. I just need it for me. I need it to work.
Yep. So think about that running app that you made. How long did that take you?
Oh, that took me like a month.
Yeah. So would you spend $20 to take that month down to like a day or two?
Yes.
That's what Claude Code is.
That would make sense, yes.
That's what it is. It's really nice for that and that sort of thing. I did it with a ESP32 board so that I have a little button that we can press, and if you don't press the button after a certain amount of time, you get a notification.
Well, okay then.
So I'm very happy with it. I've finished my product. I might like end the subscription for now because like I'm just not doing anything with it right now.
Yeah. All right.
So there is my review.
Good review.
Thank you.
All right, time for the random topic.
Yep.
Speaking of days and information, you get a Matrix-style instant download of one skill for 24 hours only. What do you pick, and how do you use it before it disappears?
There's a character in a book that kind of... I haven't finished the book, so I can't go. I haven't finished the series, so I can't go too far because like I don't know how this character turns out. But his whole premise is he went to this mythical creature and said like, I want to be super intelligent for a day, and it was like, okay, you're gonna get super intelligence once. He didn't say for a day. He's just like, I want to be super intelligent. It's like, all right, you're gonna get super intelligence once. And then after that, your intelligence is going to vary day by day. And some days you'll be really smart, and some days you won't. And he took the one day that he was really, 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 really smart and like wrote everything down. But then the rest, like now he doesn't know what it all meant. So that's an interesting. Okay. What would I do if I could get any skill for a day? Poker. Except, like, the big tournaments are probably a couple days long, aren't they?
Yes. If I remember correctly, Ryan Hari, who is one of our classmates, who actually has the same birthday as me.
He does professional poker.
Yes. And those are days of stuff.
So that probably wouldn't work. Any skill, you could master any skill in a day or for a day.
Part of me was thinking because I've had some ideas of different electrical projects. Like not like circuits, but like 120 electrical projects.
Yeah.
And part of me is like, I don't know what the code is for this. So it'd be interesting for just, get the full NEC code and my ability to like look and understand what's code and what's not code. Yeah, for 24 hours and do like the guy did and just like figure out my projects, figure out what I needed to do, and then write it down.
And then do it yourself afterwards?
Yes, because I have enough, ability to do that stuff there, but I want to make sure I do it right.
I mean, you could probably just find an electrician, Andy.
I know, but then I would have to pay said electrician.
Yeah, but like, again, like with Claude Code, how much is that worth to you?
Yeah. Yes, not dying is worth a lot. Because, 120, it can bite me, but if it bites me on like one hand to the other hand, that's no bueno right there.
No, if it bites you across your chest, you're in deep trouble.
Yes, if it bites you across the chest, that's a trip to the ER. Please hook me up to the EKG machine and make sure I did not give myself AFib.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that where it's like, yes, no, I know that stuff can bite you and bite you hard. It's like when I went into anybody else's transmitter site, my hands were always in my pockets.
Because you don't know what you can touch.
Yes.
I still think poker might be my answer. If I could get a good game, like a high stakes game.
Would you want to try and do like 21 and do blackjack for 24 hours?
No.
No?
No. Because like casino security has gotten so good,
they can sniff you out pretty quickly.
They will know if you are doing that.
Yeah. Well, even now, some of them even have like constant shufflers where it's like 6 decks in a shoe.
Yep.
But the cards are automatically like cycled in and every hand is all 6 of the decks
reshuffled.
So it's like even then it's like, okay, you can't really...
Yep.
You can't get any trend lines when you literally start from 0 every single time.
Yeah.
So yeah, poker would probably be the better one. Yeah. So yeah, I just don't want to kill myself. So
yeah, that's fair. Please don't kill yourself.
Yes, no, that would be bad. There would be no podcast. No surprise on that one.
Dave would be sad.
Yeah, I would be sad. I would be dead, so I would not be
dead.
sad.
You wouldn't be sad.
Yeah.
A number of people would be sad.
Yes, everybody around me would be sad.
Yeah.
Yes. So on that cheerful note, that's a wrap. This has been another episode of the Random Access Podcast. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, corrections, suggestions, remarks, reviews, rebukes, retorts, or just rants, feel free to contact us. You can find us on Twitter at RAPodcast, or send us an email at mail@rapodcast.net. Thank you for listening.